What am I here? Ah, the murderers.
So, we meet at last.
Like to talk about the murdered cultists. I apologize for the loss of a life. The warlords responsible for the slayings of cultists did not act upon my order, and they have been discharged from Azrael's service. They have used their strength, and my fate does not allow this. Where are they now? I'm afraid I don't know. Even if I knew, I don't think I would tell you, just in case you turn around and tell Sir Faldor. Fair enough. These men served this temple faithfully for longer than I've been in Syrian. I wouldn't have discharged them at all if the witless citizens of this city weren't so adamant that I punish them. Right. Maybe if I find them, I'll have access to the cultist prisoners too.
Well met.
What do you know about the cultists that were murdered? The best news I've heard in a fortnight, that's what. Bloody cultists deserve nothing but death for their blasphemy against Azrael. But their deaths are a blessing more than that. The public is angry at Tianara, blaming her for the incident. The Valenurians are demanding that she step down. Ha! Serves her right. So she ordered the attack? No, of course not. Tianara's a wench, but she's not a killer. If anything, she was angry at Colmar and Landry for the attack. Still, she's the leader of this temple, and the people will blame her nonetheless. She's in hot water now that the Valenurians are demanding Colmar and Landrick arrest after she discharged them. But even if she wanted to turn them over, the wench doesn't know that they're holding out in Viscount Road. Like I was saying, Baldur is demanding their release, but Tianara discharged them from the temple. Needless to say, that's not suitable punishment in the public's eye. With luck, this will lead to Tianara's discharge as well. Anyway, I don't want to talk to you anymore, so leave me to hell alone. So that's the mystery house at the road section. Still, things are actually moving forward. Yay! And we don't really have any even half decent secondary objective to go after. So we can focus fully on this. And the extra speed from the haste will speed things up even further. Oh, Nora, you're new.
I greet you.
This woman's voice is hoarse from calling out her child's name. She is near tears from fear and frustration. Janie, where are you, baby? Can I help you, madam? It's my daughter. I don't know where she's gone. We were going to the markets and she was right here. There's so many bad people in the city. Oh, I'll never forgive myself if anything happened to her. Please, kind sir, please help me find my baby girl. Don't worry, madam. I'll find her for you. Thank you, kind sir. Her name is Janie. She's just a little girl. Janie, where are you, baby? Hmm. Where's my premonition? Ooh, that's no good. Um, I might want to change the sequencer rope spells. Not now. No Janie here. There's Janie.
Hi.
This little girl looks suspiciously lost without a parent or guardian in the city streets. She is staring at a nearby building. Hello there, is your name Janie? My name is Janie. There's a monster inside the house. What kind of monster did you see? It was black and it had red eyes and it was looking at me from the window. Right, your mommy's worried. You'd better follow me. You know where mommy is? Okay, I'll follow you, mister. Never knew kidnapping children was this easy.
I greet you.
Here's Janie. Oh, Janie, my sweet little girl. Mommy! Thank you for bringing my daughter back to me. Happy to help. May the gods bless you forever. Come on, Janie, let's go home. Hmm. Hmm. Right, if it's the shadow creatures, well, it's not like I can do much of it to prepare in beforehand. I need I need protection from ability decreases. I think there was some kind of Landric and Colmar. Fuck. I think there's a potion like that. I should probably buy a few. That way I don't have to worry about it too much. If the situation arises that we're in trouble, I can just down a potion.
We shall not be defeated!
Could see invisible help here. You recognize the Azerite murderers from the Temple District. It appears as though they've been murdered themselves. Yeah, they killed cultists and now the shadow creatures killed them. So, there's definitely a connection there. Hello, Mr. Creature. I need something better. Thus, finding these two guys killed is not gonna help me in any way. Azerite prison key. Hello. Journal of Colmar. This journal is signed by Colmar, one of the discharged Azerite warlords. The newest passages are of the most interest. Lady Tianara was not angry at us for attacking the Obsidian Eye Zealots, but she was disappointed in our decision to attack in public. The foolhardy citizens demand our arrest, so we have been discharged from the temple for our own protection. We must stay out of the public eye for the moment. Blundrick foolishly opened the door to chase away some traveling merchant today. I warned him not to open it again or we will give away our location. As a precaution, I will return the key to the Azerite prison tonight, lest it fall into the wrong hands. It appears as though he never had the chance to return the key as mentioned. Okay, that's what we needed. So, we skipped a point. That's why just didn't fit into place anymore. Only 3. No. Who got level drained? Evanine is immune to that. Probably an ability drain anyway, not a level drain. Percy, for fuck's sakes.
By my direction, attack! You can't defeat me!
Be sure I can.
Ortano, Voltigiama! This is too much to carry.
Yeah, I know. We got a couple of +3 items. Nothing special in them. Still, they're worth some cash. I certainly didn't want to leave these creatures out here. I don't care who they're aligned with, they're basically attacking anything that spots them. So good they are not.
Hello.
I'm gonna sell the equipment pieces we found there. You never know when we might need the extra inventory space.
You are welcome here.
Got about 25,000 out of that. Weapons are worth quite a bit, but the armors not so much. Not sure if we can avoid a fight, but if we can't, we can. Don't want to worry about it too much. If I can, I'll side with the Azerites on this. At this point, I can't reasonably ignore the fact that the cultists are so heavily tied to those creatures that something is definitely wrong with this. At the very least, I don't have any faith on the fact that they're just random citizens and they're suffering a huge amount of wrongdoing. They're not.
Well met!
Even more powerfully built than the warlords around him, this Azerite prison warden has a grim look of a man not to be trifled with. He signals for you to halt by raising his hand. Stop. State your business. I'm here to investigate the prison. What? Under whose orders? Intimidate Sir Faldor, bluff Lady Tianara, persuade. The people of Syrian have a right to know what's going on here. Seriously, that would not fly anywhere. That's something desperate a journalist might try to say in a modern world.
And it would still be pretty desperate. Okay, the people of Syrian have a right to know. He looks like he's about to object, but shakes his head after a while.
Damn fool citizens, always poking their noses where they don't belong.
Fool citizens? Are you shitting me? Can't believe this would work. I know the guy had to write something there, but I feel you would have to be able to have a better way of persuading. At the same time, I'm not sure what it would be. Maybe use the fact that try to get access to the prisoners. Because the problem comes because if you mentioned Lady Tianora, you're bluffing. You don't have the permission to be here. But maybe just say that. Yeah, it's hard to figure out a persuasive argument why he would let us in here. Probably do whatever we want.
What do you think we're taking cultist prisoners? For fun? Everything we're doing will benefit you, but all you can do is hinder our work. If it will shut you up once and for all, then go ahead. Go see for yourself what those cultists are truly all about.
So, at least we avoided the fight. I don't want to fight with the Azerite, especially for the sake of the cultists. Some pocket change and weakish magical items. Right, a lot of rubbish.
I give you greeting.
This man is frail from torture and emaciated from lack of food and water. He looks as though he has suffered for weeks. You notice something odd about his eyes, but speaks before you can study him.
Lord Roland.
Who are you?
You don't know me, but I know who you are. Larcinda sent you to save us. Oh, the tortures we've endured.
He's speaking in a rather loud, excited tone of voice. Uh, I'm here to get some answers.
Yes, you're looking for your true identity. Arcinda will give it to you once you've helped Sir Faldo to free us from the Azerite. She will keep her promise.
Who are you exactly?
There's no time for this. The Azerites, they're coming. Save us from them.
So we meet at last.
I've been wondering about your allegiances, Roland. You're far more complex than I thought. I don't have allegiances to anybody. Not to him, not to you.
We truly have your identity, Lord Roland. We knew Tobias and Marco. We know where you were born.
There is desperation in his voice, but it doesn't sound like fear. I sense hesitation in you, Roland. But things have become all too clear to me. You are a danger to everything I'm trying to do here. I can't let you leave in this place. Right. I'm gonna try to persuade her. Don't you see what he's trying to do? Of course I do, but his knowledge of you is too compelling to ignore. You know the location of this prison, but I don't know the extent of your ties to the cultists, or to the Valenurians. We don't have to fight, Roland. All I ask is that you willingly stay in this prison until we've dealt with the cultists once and for all. Then you'll be free to go. Yeah, good luck with that. I'm not the one who wants to fight right now.
No, you must fight her. Subject her to the torture she subjected to us. I demand justice. I demand that you kill her.
Yanara sighs and relaxes her stance. I apologize, Roland. I've been told I'm too young and brash to lead Azrael's temple in the city. Perhaps I am. The interrogations have failed, and this prison no longer serves a purpose. There's been mounting pressure from the citizens and the Valenurians for me to resign my leadership. He pauses in thought.
What are you going to do?
I'm taking a temporary leave of absence. Don't worry, Roland. I'll need your help in the days to come. I'll come back for you when I have the answers I need. Before I go, I'll leave you with this warning. Don't trust the order of the Obsidian Eye. She whispers a command word. Yeah.
I give you greeting.
Uh, as the cultist approaches, you realize this is the first one you've seen unhooded. His face is dark and shadowy. Okay. The cultist's face is dark and shadowy, though it may be the lighting of the room, and his eyes are opened wide and don't appear to blink.
Thank you for your help, Lord Roland. But there is no time to talk. You must report what you found here to Sir Faldor. Only then will we be free, and Larcinda will help you discover your true identity.
Well, I don't see why not. I mean, I can't see what possible harm could happen from reporting this. I mean, every bad thing that could have potentially happened has already happened. And I'm certainly not going to attack the Azarites or the prisoners, so we might as well report it. He's the only one we can report anything to anyway. So, We were missing like one spell here. I think I'll take the Shadow Shield because of the Necromancy spell immunity and negative energy damage immunity. Uh, it lasts for a long time. It has some armor bonuses, damage reductions, but I don't give a shit about those. It could also allow us to get rid of the death protection effect build. We need an attack spell here. Horrid Wilting is a good spell, but we can do magic damage through the missile swarms. We don't need Horrid Wilting to get that done. Maybe something else. Sunburst, that's really it. It's an undead slaying spell. That's it. Massive amount of fire damage, I guess. Doesn't say the type, just damage. It could be divine then. And permanent blinding effect on people. All enemies. So not friendlies. Okay, that makes it a lot better. Okay, we got 2 new spells. Not really using the Stonehold. I replace it with something better. What the fuck did I even took? God sakes. Shadow Shield. Right. We're not using a Ray of Enfeeblement or Grease all that often, so let's replace one of those. I'll see if I can replace the sequencer spells. Not sure if I can put a premonition on anything. Right, I'm going to have to go and I think buy some kind of a spell mantle. Unless I have one. I'm not putting a minor spell mantle in there. Normal at the very least. Greater if we can afford it. Well, basically if they have one for sale, we can afford it. Normal will do. Something that has the 10 levels of protection. Ah. All the pieces are falling into place. Suppose we might as well talk to the cultists and see what they
Well met.
offer.
Hello.
Tell him about the dead Azerites.
Then the Azerites have received the comeuppance they so deserved.
He scratches his chin thoughtfully for a moment.
But this raises many questions. We need to know why these dark creatures still roam Syrian after Sigmund has fled. In particular, these creatures killed 2 warlords. This makes them a significant threat to the safety of the people. Common citizens would have no chance against them.
Anything else?
Even though poetic justice has been dealt to the Azerite murderers, there is still the matter of the cultist prisoners.
Okay, what did I get? Gold Keeper's Tome, questions answered. I don't know, what could you possibly answer? Give me the Keeper's Tome.
Then take this in good faith and know that there is more should you continue to aid Governor's cause.
Right. Azerite Prison.
It was just as I thought. The Azerites were torturing these prisoners for no just cause, and the only consequence of their actions was the strengthening of the support these cultists already have. Not only were their interrogations an affront to Syrian law, so was the construction of their secret prison. By the decree of the Myrian Ministry, no organization has the right to administer their own brand of law. You have done us a great service by discovering the prison's location. But what of Tianara? What of her fate?
Um, I didn't get a chance to deal with her. Well, that's sort of true, but it's a bit misleading. However, I don't want to say I negotiated. Sir Baldur shakes his head and sighs.
That is most unfortunate. Tianara has proven from her actions that she has no respect for justice, for the social order, or for life. Much like a common criminal, she breaks the law when it suits her. One with her power and recklessness only understands negotiation by blade, and she will continue to be a threat to society as long as she lives. I doubt we have seen the last of her. I urge you to be more forceful should you cross paths with her again. Still, now that she has left Syrian's Azerite temple, there should be some reprieve from her tyranny.
Yes, tyranny is the word that describes you, Sir Faldor. Uh, I suppose it's a fitting role for him, though. Uh, Strict adherence to the rules as the consequence of every other makes you, I suppose, predictable, which makes you a tool others can use for their own purposes. Mm. I can accuse him of helping the cult in 3 different ways. Yeah, I don't think it matters which we choose. You sound like you want to help the cult.
I help the cultists as I would any other victim of injustice. It is my duty as an Inquisitor of Valinor and my life's purpose as the Great Judge has chosen. The cult's continued success in converting citizens away from the Great Judge is alarming, but I am confident that the citizens will soon discover that the cult's preachings are empty and will return to Valinor's worship. The absurd Valinor's cause yet again, braving great danger to promote justice, and so you deserve a reward. I will dispense 20,000 gold pieces for your efforts.
I'll take it. Any other missions?
Remaining injustices in Syrian are being dealt with by the Inquisitors of this temple. If there is further need of your services, however, I will contact you. It is your choice to accept or not.
Right. What the hell is the book we got? 250,000 gold. Excellent. It was some kind of a this Keeper's Tome of Combat Stratagems. I think it's just an experience point book. 2,500. I said no. Hurry up, wisdom. We need to go and buy the spell. How about Shadow Shield? No, there's nothing wrong with Shadow Shield, however, it's not a universal protection spell, while the Spell Mantle is. There's almost no encounter where there's a pollute. There's Larcinda. You recognize the dark-robed Obsidian Eye cultist approaching. You have righted the wrongs being done to my people by liberating them from the tyranny of the Azerites, Roland of Edinburgh. I only wanted to do the right thing. You are indebted. We are indebted to you for your aid, and I will honor our debt by fulfilling my promise to help you discover your true identity now. Have you ever heard of the Seer? Uh, no, I can't say that I have. The Seer is the chosen of Hespeth, the god of knowledge. He was exiled a century ago by the Valinurians for his role in the atrocities committed by the Azeric monarchy. It is said that the seer was all-knowing, and that he was sent visions by Hespeth himself. The Azerics used his knowledge to their advantage in the wars that would establish the borders of Mer today. Nobody is certain where the Hespites went when they were exiled. Many years later, the Hespite faith would re-establish themselves in Mer, but even they do not know the whereabouts of the seer and his disciples. But I do. So you think the seer knows who I am?
The seer knows everything.
Your identity would be simple for him to discern. The seer would be able to tell you the most minute facts, your heritage, your parents, and how you came to be in the care of Tobias and Margot. It is a well-known fact that modern Syrian was built over top of the ruins of the city the Aztecs once ruled. Many people believe the old city remains intact and that there are still entrances to it. This is not a rumor, it is fact. I know of one such entrance to the old city through the sewers of the east slums, and it is the old city where you shall find the seer and the last temple of Hesped. Wait a minute, how do you know so much about me?
The Eternal One blesses all of his followers with the wisdom to succeed. I have been granted wisdom enough to know about your ability to help us and about how to help you. But I do not know all the details about you, Roland of Edinburgh. I cannot tell you your identity, but the seer surely can, and now you have directions to find him. I wish you well in your journeys, Roland. We will meet again, I am sure.
Hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. So things are now happening. Are you on strike again?
Hello.
Fuck. So what is it this time?
Wait, hear me out. What do you want?
What was your stepfather like? Hmm. Patient and caring. So your stepfather was a nurturer. That would explain why you became such a righteous do-gooder then. Why do you ask? No reason. Tell me more about your father then. He scowls for a moment before continuing. As you know, I was not very fond of my father, but it was not only because he treated my mother poorly. He also treated me poorly. In what way? My birth was an accident. He told me as much, frequently. So needless to say, a pathetic fool like him who could derive pleasure from bullying my mother would also enjoy bullying a child. My mother never encouraged me to become a soldier like my father. She didn't want me to become like him at all. But the more he angered me, the more I wanted to become a fighter so I could push back. The day did come when I became strong enough to defend myself. On that day, my mother saw my true path and allowed me to join the Ramadans. Was your father proud of you? No, and he refused to let me leave for Romathia. He didn't want to pay for the expense of my travel and equipment. It's my mother who eventually saved enough coin to send me on my way. Okay, so what happened next? My father perished in a border skirmish with the Ardolat tribe. I left for Romathia then and became what I am now. What happened to your mother after you joined? I never saw her again. She perished from a disease a few years after I left for Romathia. I was angry with her for many years after because she wasn't strong enough to live. I realize now that it was unfair of me to blame her for being a weak female. Still a part of me wonders whether she would approve of what I've become, a warrior like my father. Nothing like him. You don't hit defenseless women for starters. Montador scowls silently for a moment, his brow wrinkled in deep thought. A moment later, his expression relaxes as he sighs.
I suppose I'll never know for certain what my mother would think. But the fact is, more than likely she would have approved, if only because she was my mother and she had always approved of everything I did growing up. She did fund my initiation with the Ramadans after all. As much as I dislike yammering like a girl, this talk was beneficial. Let's get going.
Let's still going to need to scroll. Might have bought some of them beforehand, but I doubt I bought all of them.
Hello there.
The elven sorcerer nods in recognition.
Esther tells me you reopened the gates to the Sanctum of Mythicus. Very impressive work, I must say. Unfortunately, the Mystic Circle didn't reopen the gates voluntarily, so it is too dangerous to return. Still, the knowledge of Zygmunt's activities and his reason for closing the Sanctum is valuable to me. You don't know how frustrated my colleagues and I have been, for answers that never came. Here, take these scrolls as a token of my appreciation for your investigative work. Sell them back to me if you don't find a use for them. They're quite expensive.
Mordekainen's sword, power sun, ethereal visage. Right. Mordekainen's sword. I think these are probably around level 8, so good spells. Right. Greater spell breach. I don't see any. I'm probably have bought the mantle spells at some point. Shit. I can add a weaker mantle to it. No problem. Ooh, I might be able to do something else. I am a sorcerer after all. I'm not sure why I didn't think of it immediately. I can do a meta magic version. Basically a maximized lesser mantle. It should be good enough. So, moving on. We need to go to the eastern slot. Do we have other things to worry about? I don't think so. Sigmanis Tan. The power possessed by this half-elven wizard is palpable, but he blinks and fidgets in an uncontrolled manner. There is something very wrong with him. He doesn't look at you and instead he focuses on Percy. He bursts into a smile and you think there are tears in his eyes.
Persephone. Oh, it is truly you. I heard rumors there was a succubus in Sirion, and I hoped beyond hope it was you.
A look of desperate concern crosses his face.
It is me, Sigmanis. Do you remember me? Do you remember your former master, my sweet Persephone?
Percy has no appreciable change in expression.
Yes, I remember you as I remember all of my former masters.
Oh, that's wonderful, wonderful. I knew you wouldn't forget me. 20 years we spent together. 20 years I loved you like I've never loved before. Oh, I've missed you, my sweet Persephone. Your your beauty is even more enchanting now than ever, my love. Oh, how I've missed your beauty. How I've missed your warm, gentle embrace, the sweet scent of your skin, soft touch of your lips. Do you do you miss me, my love? Do you miss your former master as much as I miss you?
I apologize, but I do not have such feelings for you. I do not miss any of my former masters.
Sigmanis has a brief spasm and clutches his chest, a look of pain crossing his face.
I I do not blame you. I I treated you so poorly. I hit you. I didn't mean to, but I hit you sometimes.
Tears roll down his face as he recalls old memories.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, sweet Persephone. I didn't mean to. I swear it upon my soul. You have a right to hate me, but I ask, no, I beg for forgiveness now. Please forgive me, my love. Please forgive me and come back to me. I will make things right now. I will treat you with the love and devotion that you deserve.
I'm sorry, but I cannot. I belong to another now.
Yes, I traded you to Bentley Ives. I remember. I'm so sorry I had a lapse in judgment. I thought I needed to concentrate on my work, but I was wrong. I've completed my work now, and I realize it didn't bring me no joy. It brings me no joy. Only you can bring me joy.
I'm her new master, Sigmanis. He looks shocked.
You? Yes, yes, you must be. Bentley isn't here.
The wizard breaks into a smile of joy.
Oh, then this is too good to be true. What will it take for you to give me my Persephone back? Name your price. Any price.
He is truly confident that he can match your demands. Anything? I find that hard to believe. No, let's go with the... I don't really even want to negotiate with him. You can't buy Percy from me. A look of desperation crosses his face again, and beads of sweat roll down his forehead.
Please, please, I will give you anything. I swear it. How does 1 million gold sound? I have that sum. I have partners with the Mystic Circle, ties with the Valenzian Consulate and King Theseus of Phenopolis. I have that sum, and Percy knows it.
It is true, he does have that kind of coin.
Yeah, but there's nothing for me to buy, so what the fuck am I gonna do with the million?
Or, or power. You're an adventurer, or adventurers always have a need for more power. I have an artifact, my life's work, right here in my hand. I had to obtain a second dragon egg for it, but you can have it. It is more powerful than any weapon you can buy. It protects you from death magic, paralysis, mind spells. It grants you true vision. You need not be a mage to use it, and it is yours if you give me my Persepolis.
Hmm, that's a good weapon. It covers all instant you lose abilities and gives you true sight, which negates the most annoying protection spellcasters have. So for a warrior, that's pretty much a dream come true weapon. Uh, I like this situation for a very simple reason. Usually when the game gives you these options, the offers are horseshit. They don't tempt you in any way. I mean, naturally there's a limit to what you can offer, but usually they offer something that is absolutely trivial, like giving me, let's say, 10,000 gold. What the fuck is 10,000 gold to me? A million is at least it's something. It's generally a sum of money I've never seen in this adventure before, and I probably will never reach it. The problem with the million is that I have the reason I have a lot of money is because there's nothing to buy. Two, the item. I think it's genuinely is the best thing you can get. You're not gonna get a better one. So if you truly want power, that is the best way to get it. You're not gonna get a better one. You can't make a better one. You can't buy a better one. That's the best thing. But in order for you to get it, you're going to have to give up Percy, or at least give the bond. So, but that would be very, very. It goes totally against my character, so I'm not going to even entertain the thought. You can't put a price on Percy. My worry is that this is gonna end up in a fight. A mixture of grief, anger, and frustration takes over the half-elf. He burbles something, though you can't understand what he's trying to say. Suddenly, his eyes go wide as anger overwhelms him.
If I can't have Persephethus, nobody can.
Uh, okay.
By my direction, attack!
Uh, I need a opener. Um, where's the better spellmental shit? I can't do it. I might be able to use this though. Ah, he's already dead. Uh, I'm putting a lesser spell breach on him just in case he gets some kind of protection up. He's already dead.
Speak to me here. Greetings to you.
Percy looks at you curiously with her bright grey-green eyes.
Why did you refuse to trade me to Sigmanis?
Well, you're worth more. Nah, no, it's not exactly that. It's why would I want to trade you away?
He offered you 1,000,000 gold and a very powerful artifact, and he could deliver them as well.
Okay, I didn't know he was serious, or you're worth more to me than that. I feel like I will want to maybe say that it's just basically that it's wrong to trade a person for to sell something. It's just a form of slavery. The price tag doesn't change it. So I guess our best option is that, and you are worth more to me than that.
I am? Then you think very highly of me. I hope I truly am worthy of such a cause. Perhaps we should continue our journey now?
Right. I'm going to try to get to the aqueducts, leave it at that. I have no idea what's waiting for us there, but I doubt it's gonna be anything too simple. Still, we're in great condition, we have a lot of... Actually, we would need to rest. I wasted my spells on getting the sequencers done. And there was the Vampire Lord there, so there's at least a probability that there are additional undead. So I'd like to have the Sunburst ready. I'll rest at in the sewers. Um, There was just the vampire lord and nothing else. So... right. I was mainly thinking, did we have to go somewhere a bit deeper there? No, I think it was just an area change location right after this. No travel required. We should have 3 to 4 castings. 5. Probably because we have such a high charisma, I'm getting extra castings. Right. Boats. You peer into the darkness and see what appears to be torch lights in the distance. It is possible to use the small wooden raft to get to the other side of the sewer, but the water is foul and sickening, and the raft looks old and leaky. According to Larsinda's instruction, this sewer will lead to the long-lost old city of Syrian, in which you'll find the temple of Hesped and the exiled seer. You don't know if she can be trusted. Use the raft. Old city. It's a large area. Aracra's pit. I forgot. Oh, there are actually people living here. I was thinking about some kind of undead ruin thing.